Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome on into the Playface podcast. I'm your host, Disbearity. With our other co-hosts today, we have, of course, Irene. We have Vanta Black. We got two. Agnes. Oh yeah, I forgot. You know, you were a CD. You know, I was gonna say we got CD here, but you know, or disc. We have three special guests here. We have Hal 9000. We have Tim, and then we have again Maximal Spider, as you guys all know. So, how's it going, everybody? What, you know, how y'all days been going so far? What's going on? Tell me about yourselves today. Spider, you go first. Since you're the guest here.
Hey, listen, man, everything good. It's your boy, SPI, the first round draft pick, Maximum Spider. I'm over here playing Echoes of Aincrad. I picked that up today. Having a good time, you know, and enjoying it. Happy to be back.
Sword Art Online, yeah.
That's what's up. I was actually going to ask that, you know, what do you, Tim, what are you currently playing right now?
Oh, I mean, I have the Aegis DLC for Persona 3 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh, I feel that. That's what's up. All right,
that was on discount, you know. All hail Gaben.
All hell Gaben. What do you call it, Al? What you been playing? Because I know you play like 30,000 games. What you been playing? I know you can't pick one.
All right, so I'm Hal 9000. I've been Sean's friend for what, 13, 14 years at this point. We've been playing since Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was still popular, but I'm just here to help support my friend, and I've been playing lately a lot of Barony and a few other indie games. Oh, where did Sean go? Uh-oh.
No, it crashed for some reason, but I'm back there. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like
this website, man. I tell you,
it's been a bit. I mean, y'all can hear me, right? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Man, so it's been a while. But what you been playing though? I didn't hear that part.
Oh, I was saying I've been playing some Barony, which got a big update recently, getting another one, and a few other games like, of course, Mech Chameleon, and you know, I mean, we have fun with the friend slot as well.
Damn, digital, man, you've been playing digital games? That's crazy as hell. That's crazy. Irene, what you playing, Irene?
First, I want to say, did you hear how he's supporting his friend and not his wife? Okay, no, but
I support
really,
you already. Hold on. Who works? No.
Anyway, I picked up Bravely Default for the Switch 2, so I've been playing that, and I've only recently gotten started though, but like I've seen my little brother play it, so I'm excited to play it, and then I picked up Final Fantasy 14 again, so I've been on it like 24/7 for the last like week.
The second one was fantastic, but I didn't like the main character though. But the main story though was fantastic though. Bravely Default.
I finished that one, but it was
for
good.
sure. Vanta, what you been playing, dude?
Of course, I've been playing Destiny 2. Just trying to get my time in while it's still around. Yeah, I've been enjoying the shit out of that. Hopefully, I can get through with the things I want to do, and then probably move on to something.
Yeah, no, I feel that. All right. Who else are we gonna see here? We got Riddler. What you been playing, dude?
Yeah.
How you doing today, Riddler?
I'm doing good, man. I just been busy, like low key. I got that promotion I told y'all about.
Oh, congrats!
Ooh, congratulations, dude. Congratulations, man.
That is, I've really just been focusing on that because I already got the first level I need to get done for it. Then I got a second level I got to get. That just means like more money, pretty much.
That's
but
good.
Other than that,
You'll be bottom bitch in no time.
Yeah, no, that's real good, dude.
I'm trying to get the rest of this stuff sorted out and everything else. And I'm kind of disappointed in Vanta too, man.
Wow.
Yeah, Vanta. Actually, why you disappointed Vanta? What's going on with Vanta? That's what you do.
Yeah, man. I mean, he ain't been able to put it down yet. He ain't told himself it's over.
So what?
You ain't told yourself it's over yet, sir?
What, for Destiny?
Yeah.
Nah, man. It's still around. It's still like doing. It's actually in probably the best shape it's been in for a long time. Actually, that's the sad part.
Yeah.
So until they close the servers, it's like, no, it's still available. Like, you can still log in today and, you know, jump in the
He's gonna be on until they pull
that.
the power cord on those servers.
Basically.
Vanta will be the last one out of the server.
So then for me, I just been playing this new game. This one game, it's called Into the Dead, The Darkest Days. Been a fantastic game for me, indie game. And also I've been playing Ghost of Yotai a lot. So I put in like 50 hours in the past like 2 or 3 weeks in that game. It's been pretty fucking addicting. hell of enjoying it though. Been great though.
Check this out though.
On,
I just want to state for the record, I'm not here for any of the topics. My simple goal today is to steal Hal from his wife.
Wild.
That's everyone's goal. It's just...
Look, I'm just gonna say this. I'm a hot commodity apparently in this community. Apparently, I got what Riddler after me. I got Zolgo after me. I got Sean after me.
Who said I was after
Dylan's
Wait a
after
minute.
me. Tim's after
I
me.
was gonna be, but I got a ring, and I'm not even wearing the ring.
No, not you, Tim. The other Tim. We have an Asian Tim. Just saying, the different Tim.
So because I know Tim's on a short amount of time, let's go ahead and jump right into the main topic today. So the death of physical games, y'all. It's been a great, fantastic 35 years that we had physical games on this planet, but now it's over. Tim, give us your full thoughts on this. Let us know how you feel. Just go all out, dude. Tell us. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here. You know what? I need to tell you guys something. I'm from Romania, like Eastern Europe, and the thing is here, PlayStation is supporting the Romanian people and most of the countries, but not all of them, and that's the problem with the digital future. Nintendo is not existent, like Xbox the same. So what does that mean? That means that I physically and digitally, I can't buy these games on Xbox Store or Nintendo Store with Romanian currency. So unless they fix this, they invest in infrastructure, I don't want to hear the digital future. It's not here, and it will never be here unless they invest in the possibility of me and other people, like casual people, be able to buy these games. Otherwise, we will hear about how Marvel Token, that new fighting game, is banned in like 100 and something countries because PSN is not available in these countries. And if you look at the list, it's very interesting because you see, the problem is, like we hear this a lot, like, oh, gaming has reached a plateau, the gaming market is saturated. But if you do, you play with ChatGPT or any AI of your choice, you will find out that overall gaming market is, let's say half of the world is tapped in.
Mm-hmm.
Most of Africa, where, as you can probably guess, most of the population of the young people, let's say from 10 years until 35 years, they don't have access. So people from like Nigeria or Ethiopia, Kenya, these countries are actively developing in technology and in overall, like, let's say GDP, to be politically correct. And then like when I hear Sony be like, oh, let's raise prices for North America or Europe, right?
Yeah.
Why not invest in Africa or in South America or in Asia, and get more players, more people to play your games, and then we grow this medium as a whole. And this is my problem with it. I think I really thought about the cause and the root cause of this, and I think that the next step, if Sony really wants to delete physical games, they really have to do heavy investment in infrastructure. If not, then how will people buy these games unless it's physical? Because we can't buy them. So I'll stop here and let you guys know. I want to hear your thoughts or whatever. Yep.
I think that Sony believes that the loss of the physical sales, they're gonna make that money up by not having to pay 30% of the sales price to the retailers. I think that's what they're going after, actually.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually what they are going off because Jason Shire, he posted like a breakdown, right? At least like a summary or whatnot, correct? And yeah, about $21, I believe, goes straight to retailers, and then like what they spend $3.50 to just go to manufacturing or whatnot. So it's like when this all digital future comes to play, that's 100% profit. But who's to say that Sony, they can set the bar to how much they want to, they want to want us to pay for their games in the future.
Yeah. And kind of going off of what Tim was saying about the whole, how some countries don't have access anymore to buy. That's really, the big point here is that the secondhand market is just going to be eliminated entirely. And that's very unfortunate because, that's where you can find some good cheap games. You go to the $5 bin or whatever, or trade with somebody. But also, it's just unfortunate because I don't know if you guys and woman were like this in the past, but it's always, there was always that shelf where you held all your cases and you just like to see your collection there. So that was a big part of it too, just kind of like seeing all the games you accumulated over the years, and then what now? It's just, obviously this is going to impact the console players more because PC people, most of the games are digital. I get it, but
look.
I don't know.
Look, I always knew there were corporate guzzlers, but I didn't know it was this bad. I'm gonna give it a buck with you. Like I always do. There's always been some corporate guzzlers out there, but like throughout this past week, it's been insane to me. Because like people got a lot of things to say about I am a pro physical guy. Like, on PC, yes, I buy digital, but on console I buy physical because at the end of the day, so Sony got a lot of shitty practices in their closed ecosystem, right? And I don't agree with their practices or whatnot. But like the whole thing, especially online, it doesn't matter if it's Twitter, if it's Reddit, it's not affecting me, so I don't give a fuck. It's such a weird sentiment, and I just like. Why? Okay, if it's not affecting you, say your piece and shut the fuck up. But a lot of people though, they aren't shutting up though, and they keep saying their piece.
It's like, why even respond? Just don't be a part of the conversation if it doesn't affect you.
Like, they have to be part of those conversations though, because they want to demoralize people. I guess they want to break the movement. But I mean. I don't know. The thing is, gamers they can't stand on anything. That's all I can say, man. They don't.
We
stand
should all
on
become
business.
Nintendo players. That's what I'm saying. They still support the physical media.
Fuck Nintendo. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you.
Nintendo's going the other direction of I've got the physical media and I'm gonna price it as if it just released for the rest of time, basically.
Yeah, but that's only like Nintendo games.
Look, motherfuckers bought ports of Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, okay? Them hoes spent the $60 to $140 on Black Ops 1 and 2 digitally. Sony said, damn, we getting all this backlash. What can we do to break this backlash? Yeah. Let me drop these Call of Duty ports. The ball and gun gamers are happy about this one.
Don't forget the controller.
Wait, I was gonna say they have a wait. Well, oh yeah, what is it? The fight stick?
Fight stick, yeah. That was like the first tweet they made after all this, and it was just the fight stick. Not even addressing, not trying to defend. And it's like it's funny. It's like they're just gonna do it.
I mean, I think it's because they just know that their audience or their brand is, or their brand is just that strong that their audience just doesn't give a fuck. They know. I think Sony can sell them a hunk of shit, and they'll still buy it, man. That's all. That's what I'm looking at, dude. That's literally what I'm looking at.
They're prisoners, man. Like these people, like, well, I don't agree with what Phil Spencer said in his whole career, to be honest. But one thing he was right about was the fact that people won't change platforms because in the PS4 generation, they bought a shitload of games, and now imagine like these people, these players, they're basically like stuck. Especially if you bought digital, you're stuck with PlayStation. You can't go anywhere. You can't transfer these games to like if you're on PC, oh, I need to change my rig or I need to change my my configuration. Oh, that's cool because Steam is there for you, no matter what hardware modifications you may have. On PlayStation, it only works on PlayStation devices. Period. Like even PS Portal, that's tied to the PSN or PS Plus. So these people, man, I kind of, I kind of feel bad for them. They're prisoners, man. It's sad, but for me, I'm a collector as well. I love physical media mostly because of ownership. And look, I don't have anything against Sony if they would have had a roadmap. Be like, okay, guys, so here's the thing. We eliminate physical media, but we give you the ability to lend your digital copy to another friend on PSN or whatever.
Yeah, like Nintendo did.
Exactly, with Game Share. But they didn't do anything, and they just are ignoring it, which is honestly pissing me off. But
yeah, it was done so poorly. Like, okay, they would have dropped said, look, guys, we're indie physical games, but here are the games that are coming out physically. Wolverine, Laufey, fucking whatever that's coming out. Fable, yada yada, will do that. That would have okay, cool. Like you said, you gave us a roadmap. You let us know what's up. But I also believe like this. What is it? The ninth generation, right? I honestly feel like this ninth generation should last until 2030. We're not even ready for a new generation because the PS5, as much as I love the console, it doesn't feel like, or at least especially with the Xbox too. This generation does not feel like a generation, because we're still getting remasters and ports of previous gen games or whatnot, and because we're not, and that's because with these long ass dev cycles, it's kind of crazy that Naughty Dog is just releasing Intergalactic or whatever. I think that's like their one and only game on PS5 this generation. I could be, if I'm wrong, let me know.
Got me cross-gen, man.
So
yeah,
it's
what's
like
kind of interesting about that point is I agree with you. Like, we're not ready for another generation, especially with all of these closures happening with these developers. Like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, what the hell are we going to be playing? The same shit? I mean, there's I don't think we're ready either, to be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, even if the next generation is not coming soon, I don't think I'm gonna buy a PlayStation next release, because if that's the way they're going, like, I have no point to play. Like, I get it. Because there's some games that I exclusively play on PlayStation because I like to play on a controller. But all of those games are coming out on the PC now. And if it's going to be digital anyway, I can use my PlayStation controller and play on my computer. There's no point for me to get a console anymore.
So
and I've been a PlayStation girl from PS1. I've had sometimes I even had two versions of the same like generations. It's just, I'm done.
So to read chat here, so I think it says in chat here, Sony is turning into Apple. They're doing their fans the same way Apple did to their fans, and then they got over it, and when there was so much outrage, whatnot. So how do y'all feel about it? Do y'all think that's the case?
No, I think he put the head on the nail there. They're turning into Apple.
Yep. And
Taking away that headphone jack.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't I overturn that headphone jack or no? I'm not, I'm not an Apple person, so I can't, I'm not gonna really speak on Apple. So, but you know what, Mars? I'm gonna show you up here. Look at my chest. Y'all got the reference. That's my PlayStation collection, my physical collection. Okay.
I'll put that picture back up. Just kidding.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Hey,
they ain't ready for it.
His chest.
They ain't ready for it, man.
We've seen enough.
They ain't ready for it, man. hold on. And in order for Chris to boot Gutta, well, that's you and Gutta. You know, Gutta, you got to show him some feet pictures or vice versa. You know, that's what you got to do. It's fine. That's what you got to do. Like, anywho, in this situation though, it is like, to me, it's also about the experience too. A lot of people are going to miss that experience of you going to the store, you know, with your child or with your family member, you know, getting that excitement of midnight releases and stuff. And it's like, I get it. You know, yes, we are going to a digital future. I understand that. But the amount of excuses I heard from people over the past week is quite funny to me. Like, I recently talked to somebody in a Twitter space who literally said, I don't like to get my ass up from the chair to go switch out my disc. And I said, that's crazy as hell thing to say. That is wild. And I said, like, oh, look, y'all can have it. If that's the point, if that's where we're at right now, then y'all can have it then. Cause that's crazy. That's crazy. And, you know, and then you have people calling everyone broke. Like, why are you calling people broke? Like, I'm broke because I don't want to support Sony or GTA 6 because you know the whole digital shit, you know. And another thing is like GTA is not really that much of an important game to buy day one. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, I know some people are going to buy day one. That's cool, but like to me, it's not an important game to buy day one. It's like, you know, we all got a backlog in order to complete, right? I'm guessing, correct?
At like 300-400, dude.
Speaking of GTA, real quick, I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but I just feel like it's GTA 5 in another location. That's all I can see it as. Until I see something else, but that's how I'm feeling.
I mean, all the GTA games are the same to me, so.
Now, I know that, because I know that we're mostly talking about Sony, though. Do y'all think or feel like Microsoft also going to follow suit?
Unfortunately, I think they will.
Like, cause I see that Microsoft doing some hell of restructuring, but it would be quite funny, though, if Microsoft said, hey, Sony, this is how you share your game.
I mean, they have a fantastic opportunity to like scoop up that market and maybe like win the next generation.
Okay, but
in the real world, would that work?
Yeah, I feel like that. Unfortunately, they're not going to take the advantage. I mentioned it the first time when Sony announced that. I was like, Microsoft do the funniest thing right now and just basically pull what Sony did to them when they were already planning the same thing and just reversing course. But I feel that Microsoft's too invested in pushing AI and like digital thing and just basically taking away ownership that it's not going to happen.
And it would be very hypocritical of them because Outer Worlds released physically but with code in a box. Ninja Gaiden 4 released in Europe, code in a box. So it's not really the same effect. And plus, you know, Hi-Fi Rush did not have a physical release. South of Midnight did not have a physical release. Senua, what was the
Hellblade 2?
Yeah, Hellblade 2 didn't have. So, come on, guys. You know, it's not the same effect, unfortunately. And one more comment about the people who are making the "you're broke" comment, and that comment is coming from the same person who thinks of consumer products as investments. Like, bro, ChatGPT is free for you to use. Like, find the definition of an investment. Like, you know, gold. Come on, guys. Like, don't invest your shitty ass, broke ass money in like a PS5 or something. At least put it in a Sony stock or Microsoft stock. They're going up. Don't do it. Don't be stupid.
So here's my thing. I know a lot of people with a lot of money. What if they just refuse just to buy it because they don't want to pay the price? Then what? That would kill that whole being broke and just don't want to pay for it down the drain.
That's voting with your wallet, and that's the only thing that like companies listen to, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, like I said, gamers, they don't stand on principle. When there's a movement going on, they just don't stand on principle. Like, I feel like I'm in. Put it like this: if I knew a lot of people back, you know, about a year or two ago, whenever the Switch 2 came out, it was like, I'm not getting the Switch 2. Switch 2 looks like ass. Yada yada with the woo. People sold their Switch 1s and stuff, you know. Whatever, right? Eventually, Switch 2 comes out. They're all like, "Oh my gosh, guys, the Switch 2 is awesome!" And guess, you know, they bought the Switch 2. So it's like, if you don't believe in something, why aren't you standing on that kind of principle? If you feel like Nintendo's doing wrong, you know, and it's the same thing as like a lot of people who are stating like, I'm not going to support GameKeep cards or whatnot, right? And that's what they want to do. That's what, because you know they're standing on principle. But at least what they are doing though is that they are buying the physical cards of the Nintendo Switch 2 games or whatnot. Now here's a question for you guys though: how would you feel if, because Nintendo already started doing this, right? If physical games were $80 to $90 while digital was $60 to $70, would you guys still buy physical at that point? If that was the case for you.
If they come with a map, yes.
Hey, map and the manual.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing for me.
For ownership.
You know, and I've said this before myself. I sat there and said, I have no problem with paying $100, $200 for a game. But if they're going to take out the whole concept, which is the limited edition, they're going to take out the whole process of you physically having a game, then that kind of kills the whole being able to collect stuff to a degree.
Yeah.
So they're actually losing more money by doing that in more ways than one, once you really think about it.
So the
I
whole
think that physical in
games
general, like when you talk about physical games in general, to me the biggest thing that I will be missing, because my whole library is physical, as you see. I don't buy any games digital. I just really don't believe in it. I think it's a waste of money. But so for me, the biggest thing is just the value of it, because like I go to GameStop and like, if you go to my Twitter and you just type in GameStop on the search, you'll see every game that I've ever bought.
He a GameStop guzzler.
And you'll see Ghost of Yote. I got that on launch day, $23. Like a pirate, Yakuza, like a pirate. I got that for free. When I got my Switch 2, I got the Pro Controller and Donkey Kong. I paid $80 total. So for me, losing the ability to go in GameStop as a Pro Rewards member and use my points that I have to get games brand new for day one for 70% off, free, being able to get systems. I traded in my Xbox that I paid $500 for, my Series X. I got $465 from it, from GameStop. So losing that ability to go in and get physical and get a better value than what you would get. Whereas though, if I just brought, let's say I brought Yote day one on PS5, I'm gonna pay $69.99 plus tax. There's no discount. It ain't no rewards points. There's nothing. You just gonna pay it. And then guess what? If you don't like it, you stuck with it. I brought Dragon's Dogma 2 for $70. I beat it the first week because I didn't like it. I wanted to take it back. Took it back to GameStop. Got $50 for it. If I would have brought that on PlayStation, I'm stuck with it. I'm just out of $70. So that's the biggest thing to me. In addition to the ownership, everybody already knows about the ownership, so I ain't really even got to speak on that. But I think just the value and how shitty PlayStation Store is when you actually look at it with their refund policies, and you know they don't even sell keys on third-party sites like Xbox does in the console space. So that's the biggest thing for me, just the value going forward. I think,
and that's what I've been talking about that for quite a while. It's like, look, PC is an open ecosystem. You don't have to just be on Steam. You can buy it on Steam, GOG, Uplay, whatever. People just use Steam because it's the best community. It's the best product for for the community. Basically, it's easier. They did everything for a lot of people. They had 15 years ahead of time or whatnot, right? But when you go on a console, it's a closed ecosystem. You are a slave to whoever that manufactures, whether it's Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. And in that enclosed ecosystem, like I said, Sony, they can set the price to whoever they believe that they want their game to be. And they want and that's what I feel like. That's the whole goal of this. GTA 6 was just a start of that. They said, hey, you know what? We're gonna drop y'all GTA 6. Okay, we're gonna give y'all the Ultimate Edition. Okay, what's the Ultimate Edition price? $100 down. But hey, guess what though? For $80, we're gonna give you a gunked up version. You're not gonna have everything, but you're gonna have some things. Okay, so which one do you want to go for? Everybody, and guess what? They're all going to go for that $100 version because that's what or whatnot. And Sony, that they probably literally saw that and said, "Damn, these niggas are idiots." I love it, dude. So they're going to continue. So after January 1st, 2028, every new game that comes out is going to be just that. Guarantee it. That's what they're hoping for. And it kind of just shows, it's like I said with Call of Duty, right? They kind of just showcase that. People are willing to buy a 15-year-old port of a video game that they put no effort into actually doing anything extra for it for either $60 to $140 in total with DLC.
That is a bit ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of ridiculous. It's especially when you can easily probably find it online for like 1,000 times cheaper.
Yeah.
That's just being real.
It's kind of like the that Nintendo Pokemon thing from earlier this year. All over again.
Are these people buying it to play just single player, or what? Are they still have servers for them?
They're playing it for the nostalgia, the multiplayer, because the multiplayer, from what I heard, is that it's both supported on PS4 and PS5. They both share like a crossplay or whatnot. So that's what they're buying for. But the problem with that is like, look, you're buying it based off nostalgia, but once the next Call of Duty come out, y'all gonna drop that shit. And guess what? Y'all gonna buy the next. They're gonna, again, the ball and gun gamer. They're gonna buy the next Call of Duty, eat it up, as they usually do. And again,
repeat the cycle.
People exactly. They don't stand on principle. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. Now I have another question for you all here, because this is also came at the same time whenever they announced this stuff. So when y'all say y'all are worried about digital storefronts shutting down, are y'all fear-mongering? Or like, what are y'all fear-mongering about that, or do y'all really care about that?
I'm not concerned about digital stores shutting down, but I'm worried about censorship in media. So I don't know if you heard, right? Because the gacha that I used to pay lads, Love and Deep Space, they were gonna release the third love interest, which is like the third character, and China threw a fit. And for various reasons, some of them legit, some of them less legit, apparently. So the Chinese government stepped in and they deleted this, the love interest is no longer coming out. There's a lot of people who are prepping for this the game, buying tickets or whatever just to buy this carrier and gear him up. And the government stepped in and it's no longer being released. And China can do that because they have a very intense censorship laws. Imagine you're buying a game that the Chinese government takes issue with, and you're in China, and they're like, "No, you have to delete this game. Gone now. You're not gonna get your money back." Mm-hmm. And they can do that. That's my primary concern about digital-only sales, because it's not like they're not gonna go and take your CD from you. They can't. But digital, they can use force the company to delete it off the stores, and then you're out of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd also like to just bring in the similar thing happened to me. I played, and Riddler knows this, Snowbreak. You remember Snowbreak, right, Riddler?
Yes, very much.
They went down for, I think it was about 3 to 4 months earlier this year, because the Chinese government basically found out that they were releasing a little fix to uncensor files by just switching something in a config file.
And so they did find out about that?
Yeah, so they shut them down. They brought them back now, but now they're all censored. All fully censored, heavily censored. They changed the story now to remove any kind of thing, because the Chinese players who play that kind of game are all about everyone has to be madly in love with you. So they removed all the storylines, including the side stories that had anyone even having a hint of, I'm not madly in love with the MC.
That's crazy.
And just imagine the fact that China has so much of a population, so much of a market, that honestly, I could see Western devs being like, sure, we'll do this just because it'll appease the Chinese, which will make up more than the sales of the U.S. kind of thing.
And I mean, it's not only going to be the Chinese PSN is going to lose a game. If the company is Chinese and they're releasing the games in the Western world, that game is probably going to be removed from all the local stores. They're the game is going to stop existing because the Chinese government said so, and you can't play it anymore because you wouldn't have a physical copy.
And it will restrict access to games as well. To expand this point, games get delisted all the time to various time periods. Like Forza Horizon, it got delisted. Forza Horizon 3 and 4, even though they're excellent games, they have licenses to games and music, so they get delisted. You can't really buy them right now unless you have the disc.
I was told him that doesn't happen, though. I was actually completely told by certain people that me and you probably know that doesn't happen, though. And we
happens all the time.
When games get delisted like that, Tim, it's fear-mongering. That's what I'm told, though, Tim.
Those people are idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't play these games. I'm sorry, but I actually, because of Forza Horizon 6 with the Bowie knife and whatever, I got FOMO and I bought Forza Horizon 5 disc and Forza Horizon 3 disc and Forza Horizon 4 digitally because I couldn't find the disc for 4. However, I was lucky because I could find a digital key, but the digital key was as expensive as Forza Horizon 6 because it's not listed on the store.
Yeah.
So that's the only option where you can buy and people can set their prices, whatever, free market and whatever. I'm good with that. However, this is just one example. There are plenty of other examples. Cruise and Blast on Nintendo Switch suffered the same fate. It exists physically on cartridge, but it was limited print. So right now, if you go on eBay, you're gonna see that price gonna skyrocket because of course, supply and demand. It's basic economics. The less supply you have, the more demand you will have, and the more they can price gouge. Scalpers, and the scalpers are gonna have the field day with this. Like it's gonna be bad. So hold on to your discs, because they're gonna get more and more valuable if Sony will continue and with their decision to not manufacture this anymore.
Can I just? I'm going to piggyback off of something Irene said. I want to say this about the whole just physical copy stuff. And I know me and Hal both agree that it probably only in the real world would it happen. But we need to go back to when games was like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs.
That's too expensive though, really. That's $2. That's $2 to $3 a disc, bro. That's too expensive. What you talking about?
We need that. That's what we need to do.
Listen, y'all must don't play on Xbox because you know how small them discs are on Xbox. They don't fit shit. Half of them Xbox games come on multiple discs. Half of them. Mortal Kombat 1 had 2 discs. Fucking Crime Boss Rocky City had 2 fucking discs on Xbox. That's how cheap the discs are on Xbox.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I liked it when it was back then, man. It was just cool to have that Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Rebirth comes on 2 discs too on PS5.
Yeah.
I don't care about Rebirth.
Riddler, I know you tossed me into this as on your side, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you one thing.
What's that?
I do not wish to have where I have Final Fantasy VII installation disc 1, 2, and 3, and number 2 gets scratched, and therefore now I can never.
That was
install Final
exactly what
Fantasy
I was
again.
thinking.
Because fuck, I actually scratched disc number 2, and now I can never play.
Look, Hal, I don't know how you be scratching your disc. Do you be eating your shit?
No.
In this household, we're clumsy as fuck.
I believe it.
No, so you see, I have to worry about my wife and myself. Not just that, but if we have a kid, like, you know how kids are. Hell, like,
if John pissed me off, I would scratch his disc on purpose.
That's crazy as hell.
Oh man, that's crazy as hell. Might have to be divorce time here in a second. Wait a minute. No, no, I was gonna say my main gripe, honestly, is that I'll be honest, games are too gosh dang expensive to make. Why are I don't understand how I see some of these budgets for some of these games. I'd be like, yo, so you got this $450 million, you release Gears of War with like 2 extra missions and slightly better graphics. Thanks. Versus like when you first made the first Gears of War, it was like maybe like, 80 million.
So I can answer that question for because my friend told me this about plenty of times. It basically starts with this. Microsoft and Sony, now y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, they started what you would call the console Cold Wars, basically, or the tech wars, where they were chasing our console's powerful. No, our console's powerful, yada yada woo. Well, Nintendo's in another different. As much as I like and dislike Nintendo, they're in a whole different ballpark, in a different field. Nintendo's instead of chasing the tech, they chase gameplay, games or whatnot, right? They chase what the gamers wanted. Well, Sony and Microsoft, they say we need bigger, we need better graphics, we need things look pretty, yada yada, and that's one of the ways how budgets just exploded to where like you just said, Gears of War is at $400 million, and just to recoup that game's going to sell gangbusters in order to recoup that cost. So that's kind of like that's why you don't see any smaller scale games like that no more, because it's all let's chase this, let's chase that, I would love to if we got back to the point where we started having smaller games, but that's why people are enjoying more indie games. But the thing is that indie games are more they're digital or whatnot. They don't have that chance to get physical unless they're really successful or whatnot. Especially like Mouse PI recently just released a physical copy of their game. I'm not for sure if they also released it on PS5 or I know for sure they released it on Switch 1. I'm sorry, Switch 2. And
it's on PS5.
Okay, it's on. Thank you. So yeah, that's where we're at this point. So you have to and that's the thing that I think me and Spider we agreed on this. If you want physical games to be here, then you have to show out and you have to support those physical games. You got to support Wolverine. You got to support Laufey. You got to support whatever game that Sony is putting out. You got to show them that hey, because money speaks to these corporations. But a lot of people, again, they don't want to get their fat ass up. They don't want to. They don't want to go to the store. They don't want to, say, hey, John, hey, little boy, my son, let's take you on the experience together. Let's do that father-son thing or whatever. They don't want to do that. They just want to say, hey, Dad, can you give me the credit card so I can buy this Fortnite skin? I want to say it's bad parenting. I don't know, but I can't say that. So Dre 911 in chat says, don't forget the bullshit both companies spewed. Digital will be cheaper, guys. Oh yeah.
No, they won't. It won't be. They're gonna sell it to you as expensively as they can make it.
Yeah.
Well, Irene, what he was saying is back when the digital was becoming a strong point, they were going to say that digital was supposed to be cheaper or whatever, more cheaper than the physical, basically over time.
Like that was probably the case in the beginning. Just like Netflix were dirt cheap in the beginning because they wanted people on the platform, and as they got more market shares, they upped the price because they could. Because where else were you gonna go?
Damn, Bongo said a lot of them don't have dads. You know what? You might be onto something.
That motherfucker hilarious.
He might be onto something though. I don't know, man.
Did you tell me the idiot died because all the gamers are fatherless?
I'm gonna be real and I'm gonna say this openly. I've been making a lot of valid points the past 6 months, bro. You've been making a lot of
my
valid
dad's
points.
dead. Could this be?
Oh my
You're
god.
part of the problem, babe.
Wow. Insane.
All right, now
Slowly, I'm turning into a Sony pony. Help!
So I got another question to ask y'all. Do y'all really believe that Sony's doing this because of trends, because of current consumer trends right now? Do y'all really believe that? Is that
I think they do it because they can.
I'm gonna say this, Sean. I don't think any. Oh, sorry, my bad. Do you want to go first?
Well, I was just gonna say, I don't really think that they're doing it because of trends. I think this is kind of where we've kind of been going towards in the first place. I think if you remember, I was telling you, a lot of Blu-ray producers have kind of stepped out of the game. They're not really making any. Physical media has kind of been grinding down. Even Best Buy.
Well, hold on, though, cause I'm gonna stop right there, cause I have a friend whose name is Patrick Rader. If he was here, I'll bring him on. He actually specifically told me just recently that Blu-rays and stuff have been making, because he's a big movie reviewer. He collects like how Maximum collects has a video collection. He has a movie collection. It's tremendous. He stated that physical media, Blu-rays especially, are making a comeback through Apple and I think through Netflix because they've been because subscriptions have been getting more expensive, and that market has actually been exploding a bit by bit again.
If I love a movie, I buy it on Blu-ray.
And then he told me, he's like, look, if they don't sell the Blu-ray, he'll get it from China, because China he gets prints from China, and China they do their thing, and he buys those prints or whatnot physically.
He buys it from Sony.
I doubt it, but that's just. Go ahead.
Still, it's even still, it's if they're not gonna want to do that, if you have games approaching a level where they're online, as we could see, most games are online. They require updates, they require subscriptions, they require all these other things to be connected, and you're seeing less and less single player games. They're wanting to invest in always online live service games to sell you something on there, and less games where you just already have everything you need out of the box. We've already seen what they're trying to do with GTA, or at least normalize what this is. That's somewhat already been normalized, where it's you're getting less and paying more. So it's we're kind of already at this point where it's they're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna, it seems like as a whole, with the exception of Nintendo, but even they're dipping their toes in that with the digital key cards. I wouldn't be surprised if the next few consoles coming out after this point are fully digital going forward.
I had a friend also telling me that like it's because they're putting the price of hard drive space on the customer, on the consumer, or what. Also, like we're paying more. Like it kind of like you said, we're paying more for less. Basically, like Nintendo, they could have put a terabyte of hard drive space in their system, and they could have had that, but they didn't. They didn't do that. But that's just one thing.
What's interesting is there's no like I haven't seen any memory card type deals. Like, okay, we have like straight up drives we can get, like solid states or whatever to upgrade them. But it's interesting that they haven't floated the idea of like, okay, just buy a memory card, just do that for storage. Like I feel like the reaction to that would be a little different even still, but it bothers me that there's no counter, there's no like leading in, there's no lube, so to speak, because it's like hey, we're gonna relax some of our policies going forward on digital. Like, hey, we're not gonna take it away from you, even if we delist it or something like that. It's just that's the part that bothers me the most, is like the anti-consumerism of potentially losing, everything, and no like promise of protection or going forward.
Yeah, listen, exactly. Listen, piggybacking off what Vanta said, like it's purely a business decision when you look at it. When it comes down to it, listen, I got the numbers for you right here. Let me read some numbers to y'all. So, 93% of PS5 games, these are real numbers. 93% of PS5 games can be played offline without the internet.
Okay.
78% of 78% of PS5 games do not require a download or a day one update, and are fully playable all the way through. So this tells me that it is purely a business decision for them to save money. They're projected to save $40 to $50 million a year by not manufacturing PS5 physical, for one. And then for two, who knows how much money that they're going to save? Because right now we in the tech crisis, everything is super expensive. They don't have to put it, if they go all digital PS6, they're not going to have to make a disk drive.
Nope.
So that's just going to save them even more money. So clearly they are able to make physical games and and do them correctly the right way. Almost all the games work without the internet. They know what they're doing. But it's purely and it's anti-consumer because it harms us and it harms everyone in the end of the day. But it's 100% a business decision. 100%.
Can I ask him a question? Let me ask you a question, man. Okay, you said what was that percentage for how many don't require you being online to actually play it?
93%. 78 is the day one updates and so.
Okay, so based on your background that I'm looking at right now, all your cases and stuff, how many of that 93% would you actually play?
You talking about out of my?
No, I'm acknowledging your collection while asking you a question.
You saying out of all the PS5 games that are physical in the world?
Out of the 90, how many? Yeah, out of 93% that you feel like that you don't, that they say don't have to require you being online, how many would you actually play?
I'd go probably about 70. I pretty much play every game.
No, that's a fair number. That's a fair number. I go
about 70.
Okay.
I got a question also for everyone.
Go ahead.
But I don't know if this is going to work. But basically, going off of what Spider was saying,
I will not star your porn. Okay, you're a porn star. So that's what that's what Bongo said in chat. He said you look like a porn star. Go ahead though.
Based off what Spider was saying with the statistics of them saving money, could you see them taking that money and making a more powerful console?
Fuck no. Graphics peaked in PS4 generation, brother.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Shareholder payday. That's what those monies are gonna go to.
I'll be honest, I don't think the PS5 has justified its stance, nor technically the Xbox, the newest Xbox. They've been out, and I haven't felt like there's only been like a handful of things that like justify their existence.
Well, Xbox fucked its existence back in 2013. and they've never recovered since 2013. Like that's a brand thing that Xbox has been going through for the past decade and plus. You know, they go ahead, brother.
But do y'all think Sony will actually? I just missed the word. I had it in my head. Can recover from this?
Fuck yeah, because they got drones, my nigga.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I think because I just want to go back to an earlier point that I want to just, when you're asking about like, do you think that they're chasing a trend? I think that trend's been around for a while, and that COVID delayed it for a bit, and that we're now just getting back to it again because like certain things have passed, and things are going on. They've been trying to push for that anti-consumerist kind of practice for a long time now. While still trying to pretend that they are consumerists, like what the whole, we totally weren't planning to do all digital until we saw how bad it got on stage for Xbox, and then said, so this is how you share your game. And then we look at later papers where they showed, we were playing the exact same shit.
Well, hell, that's why I agree with you though, because gamers, they have been subconsciously groomed for the past 20 years. Now, like you just said though, PlayStation was actually, if I recall, was going to do it first. But then they saw Microsoft's fumble. They literally saw that. They wanted to do that. That's what they wanted to do. Then after they saw Microsoft fumble, they say, you know what? Let's go ahead and meme off Microsoft. Let's get the goodwill of the players, right? And they won that PS4 generation because that's what people wanted. They did it what people wanted. But now we're at the point where they have built this brand that it's just that strong.
I think the problem is that PC isn't available for everyone. I feel like if PCs were more accessible, like gaming on PC was more accessible for most people, that it could be a very
And you think consoles are more available?
Wait,
I believe so. Because think about it this way: in terms of okay, I bought the console, I plug it in, I put the disc in, or I download the thing.
Yeah, but that's assuming that you have the TV to begin with. It's the same price. Consoles nowadays.
What's the same price?
A console and a TV and a computer, like it's the same price.
No. Have you gone to the Best Buy and see that you can get a 32-inch TV for like $89, and we ain't even talking about Black Friday? Just a good old, like, if you just try to get 1080, oh sure, you just go to Best Buy, buy like a 64-inch for $150. Congratulations.
Maybe everything like this is a little bit cheaper in America, but I would say I could get, at least when I was buying a console in Sweden, I could get like a computer I could game on for the same price.
Yeah, y'all.
For what, 600, 700?
Yeah, y'all subsidize.
Yeah, like conversion rates and everything.
Y'all subsidize.
Like, it's not gonna be top of the line, but I could play
a Steam machine.
So
that computer will be running Minecraft at 10 frames per second for $600.
So Bongo says here, console in chat, console's easy to get. And then Dre says here, with them rising prices, they charging PSN Plus and Xbox Gold need to go and make online free.
That was a heavily requested feature for Xbox under their exclusives.
Zago shouldn't be talking about anything easy to get. The only thing he make himself easy to get.
Why am I friends with y'all? Wait a minute.
they made me question as well, so it is what it is.
I did hear. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. I did hear that Xbox is looking into making their Game Pass a little more customizable to the players, like they can kind of choose their plan.
Hell no, I ain't saying that shit.
But I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see.
The TV subscription version. If you want the sports games, you have to add $49 a month.
Oh man, Irene, you forgot the strength. You don't know the strength of ball and gun gamers. They'll do anything. It don't matter as long as they get their fix. It's okay.
I mean, I know you say ball and gun gamers. At this point, it's ball and shaft gamers because that's what they'd be taking.
That man said a shit.
In random news, I went to a Buc-ee's for the first time today.
Congratulations.
It was actually kind of interesting. I was like, what is it? I was like, is it a convenience store? Is it a store? They're selling food. I was like, wow. I was like, what the hell is this? And it was kind of cool to go in there. And like, I think I went to the biggest one in what is it? Buda? Not Buda. New Braunfels, yes. New Braunfels, yeah. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Or whatever. I was like, I kind of want to go back. It was a really cool experience. But that's just a rant. Something random there.
Congratulations, nigga. You didn't invite none of us.
You didn't fly us out.
Hey, you can come down whenever you want to. Now, moving on. Let's talk about Microsoft. We already talked about Sony. Let's hop on their ass now. Microsoft, and they had to trim the fat. They cut $4,800. Well, they're going to cut 4,800 jobs. So far, they cut 1,600. They cut, I believe,
tragic.
10. I think they're running off now 3 to 5 managers because they cut off 50. They were running off 14 layers of management to get shit done.
Damn.
Yeah, 14 layers. They also told Obsidian to get their ass back on the Fallout train. They told Bethesda you need to focus on Fallout, Elder Scrolls, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can't. So that means you can't. They said fuck off with Starfield. You tried, it failed. You go to what you know. And then of course, id Software they got their ass trimmed too. So how do y'all feel for all this Microsoft? Do y'all think that this whole reset of Xbox and how transparent that Asha's been, do y'all feel like they're going in the right direction?
I give them props for being transparent about it.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, if I'm gonna get fucked, I'd rather at least know what's coming down the line before I get fucked. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a panic mode that they're going through. Like, we need to start. We need to make these games that people love, so we can, get more gamers coming, and get our brand name back to where it should be. I mean, and then they can kind of figure out.
Now, what Sony's doing, which is just ignore the whole situation until it goes away.
What would really kill Sony though is that Microsoft did announce that Elder Scrolls New Fallout is exclusive to Xbox and they're not coming out on PC or anything like that.
That's all they have to do.
Yeah, that would literally.
They might need to go back to that. Like at first, after a while, it was like, okay, I want certain games on PC, et cetera, et cetera. But they might need to go back to doing that, just exclusive. Yeah, they do. You're right, they do.
Mm-hmm. No, they definitely do. But yeah, Xbox as a brand, like I said, they killed themselves way back in 2013, and they just never recovered. People never really took them seriously as a console brand. That's why PlayStation was winning for a lot. But Sony, that's the reason why I think that's more so the reason why Sony's doing what they're doing now is because they see Microsoft as a no competition right now. They see Microsoft in demoralized at the moment, so they're like, okay, well, Microsoft's doing the reset, we're gonna fuck off, do what we're gonna do or whatnot. But I do appreciate that at least Obsidian, I know people are harping on Obsidian right now to go because they're doing the next Fallout game or whatnot. I do like that they tried to at least they created a couple games out of that, like Valve and also the Outer Worlds series or whatnot, even though they were somewhat mid, but they're still pretty great in their own way. But at least we got something out of that. And I think that's what I feel like we do need to go back to where, let these games sell gangbusters, but also let these developers at least try something new, try something different, make a new, because eventually we're going to get what? We're going to get tired of remasters and remakes, right? At least I hope we are, but
yeah.
I've been tired of it since day one.
But that's the problem, though. Really, it's like they don't want to take risks because why would you take a risk on a brand new IP when you just
manipulate your consumers?
Well, yes, you are exactly right. Because there's the gaming consumer. I'm sorry to tell you, they're retarded. I'm sorry. It's just,
how do you think the whole world of marketing was invented? That's just consumer manipulatism.
Yeah, I actually read something recently, something like that, where it's like, someone asked, explain to me like a 5. Why is 99? What is $9.99 better than just straight up saying $10? And
psychological.
Psychological.
It sounds cheaper. I was like, wow, I actually kind of didn't know. I just, it's just how it's always been in life.
Because you can only imagine what would happen if they took the $9.99, but then they decided to add the tax and fees to everything. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a totally different number now.
I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna say this. Irene probably knows this differently because in Europe, everything's give you the price after, like everything's included.
Oh yeah.
I hate grocery shopping in America because it's never the price they say it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, that's right. What companies were
They're lying to me in the store.
What companies were let go? So it was Undead Labs, and it was the Sonoa Ninja Theory, right? That are being sold right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was what Double Fine and Compulsion were they're free now from Microsoft. And I think but I think also Undead Labs, they did state that Decay 3 is still coming. But so I feel like they're also kind of independent in themselves.
They got bought by a French company, didn't they? I swear that I read that.
I'm not for sure. You have to look that up. But yeah, that's interesting. I know Draydon11 chat. He's been, maybe you have. Y'all been waiting on State Decay 3, but it has been 8 years since like they announced that game, if I recall. So the main question is like, what was Phil Spencer doing at the head of Microsoft for all these years?
Nothing.
Getting that money.
And that's the problem. He wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, I say making that money and talking the talk while not walking the walk.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now, another question is, do y'all think that Game Pass actually devalued Xbox?
I don't think so,
I
honestly.
don't
Game
think it
Pass,
did.
honestly, here's my thing. Think about it this way. If you had an Xbox, you already bought an Xbox in their ecosystem. You probably bought some games. They've made some money off you. If you're buying an Xbox now and just got a Game Pass, you're probably going to want to you would probably want to keep some of those games. When they're saying they're going to take them off Xbox, you're probably going to go buy a game, and then they make them some money. And then you're still paying them $15 a month, basically, just to play those games.
I mean, I think it did devalue though, Hal, because like it just feels like it's one of those things where, well, this game's coming out on Game Pass, I'll pay that $15 instead of that. I mean, I get it though.
It's almost expected now.
She said herself that it didn't work. So
I mean, my thing is this: like, let's say if you play a single player game on Game Pass, right? Normally it's $60. Let's say, let's just make it conservative, right? And you sell it back to GameStop for what, like $20 if it's popular. If it's not popular, like like 10 or 15. So all in all, you're out 45.
Yeah, you're
for
just
45,
renting at that point.
I mean, if you play that game for like, let's say, I don't know how long you guys play single player games, if you replay them at all, but if you play it for like 2 months, I mean, it's about the same value, honestly. But I will say Game Pass gives you more. But I mean, there's only a certain amount of time in the game. You could have all the games you want on Game Pass, but there's only a certain amount of time you can actually play those games.
So Dre911 states in his chat, he says, I think it only devalued game companies as they lost a lot of money because of Game Pass. So that's what he thinks to believe.
I can see single player games losing some money off that.
I mean, go ahead, Garrett.
Here's one thing with it too. Like, I'm like, okay, we all talk about support your favorite company. You got vented with Destiny 2, just as an example. I feel like with Game Pass, it was like it lets you. Don't take it. It lets you literally like, okay, I want to try this game.
Yo, who was listening to Mozart in the background, man? What is going on, man?
Really, is that you?
No, that's not me, dude.
Yo, who was doing that?
All right, I think that's you.
Oh, sorry, so it's probably what's called.
Oh my god!
It's not me.
He's on Destiny right now.
No.
Hey, I mean, all I gotta say is I'm just glad I don't hear a high-pitched beeping in the background of any one of your guys' thing
That's
right now.
crazy. That you know what though? I'm looking hold it. I'm looking at it. That's crazy.
No.
Maximum had to check his mind. He had to check his head.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is that you?
So let's try. Well, Spider, since he got the collection. So say he wanted to look into a game, but he just wasn't sure about buying. Okay. Given his collection, we know clearly he supports and spends money on what he actually likes. You know what I mean? No sugarcoating anything like that.
Yeah.
So for people like him, people like myself, and other people who would prefer spending money on said companies, regardless if the game's good or bad, we going out of our space to try something different. I think it's good for that. Because at least then, worst case, you're only just what at the most.
We still hear that, by the way.
You're just out of your time.
Yeah.
If
And
that
you know
makes
what's
sense.
crazy about Game Pass is like, at this point, it'd be like suicide for them to cancel it because imagine just the outreach. Like, I just feel like they're stuck. Like they're gonna have to stick with
I don't
this
think they need to cancel it, but I think they need to restructure that as well, but also like have better expectations because the problem with subscriptions, this was any company that's doing subscriptions, right? Is that they have to constantly make profit. But there's always so many people in the world that so many subscribers that they can actually get. I mean, we have 7 billion people. Don't get me wrong, or 8 billion people now, but like. When you're capping out at like what 90,000 people, or I'm sorry, 90 million people, then that's a problem. That might either be a service problem, or that's an issue, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, does PSN still do theirs?
What?
They had something like that. This was years ago. I don't know if it's still exists.
Oh, their games. Well, no, the PSN's still been doing the whole game. You know, what games you get for a month or whatever.
No, not that.
They still have their service, PS Plus Premium, PS Plus Essential, where they put games into it, and it's like, and PS Plus Premium actually has more games on it than Game Pass.
Oh, so you still can actually take them and put them on and play it on
PS
PC?
Plus Premium has over 700 games, and I believe Game Pass is like 496.
Wait, but hold on. How many of those games are of the actual current era, not, the emulated PS1? Hey guys, have you played the classic Siphon Filter? Guys, come on, play that Siphon Filter. We got this right on here.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll fuck it.
But this is the thing.
Hey, you old motherfucker, you want to play this game? You remember this game when you were a kid, don't you? Yeah, nostalgia, motherfucker. Eat it.
Listen, you gonna charge for quality, man. That's the thing about it. If I got the best cocaine on the strip, I'm not gonna give it to you for $10 a month. I'm gonna hit you for the whole key.
Look, hey, but Spider, are you looking at it right now?
Looking at what?
At the PSN membership thing.
No, but I can. I'm on my PS5. I can pull it up. What you want to see?
Could you please? What I'm trying to find out is back in the day, like this is about I'll probably say 5 to 10 years ago. You used to be able to have a PSN membership, and you could cloud some of them games to PC and actually play them like normal. Is that still a thing?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you could. It was years ago though. It was out like around the time that Game Pass said really started, but then PSN brought theirs out. I had both.
But wasn't that really just some like you could stream it to your computer bullshit?
Yes.
Oh,
that's okay. Yeah, no, that's
because Xbox.
Are you talking about the remote play?
I believe so.
Remote play, I think it came at the same time, but like I think you could have like an app on your computer that you could stream it to. The way you could
app on your computer.
Okay,
you could also stream it to your Vita if you had one, and it was because I actually use the Vita version
to
of all
Vita,
things.
Vita, you can still stream a lot of things too.
I used to do that.
Matter of fact, coming back to Sony, apparently they're working on a gaming handheld, apparently, which is supposed to be in tangent with the PS6, apparently, or work together or something like that.
Surely it'll work the third time around, guys, right? Surely we won't somehow overprice this and put our own proprietary things that aren't adapted by the mainstream society and, overprice it. Surely everyone will buy this one this time.
Oh, you are wild.
I'm just saying. PSP, we got these tiny little micro discs, and you gotta buy this thing. You gotta buy this proprietary charger cable. Yo, Vito. So we're selling you memory that's actually specially formulated just for the Vita. Yo, motherfucker, you want to get 128? That's gonna be about $128 back then.
You're talking like someone who doesn't own a Vita.
I bought mine secondhand. Thank you very much. Bought my entire bundle for like $100 straight from a guy. So that's a secondhand Vita. Thank you very much.
Okay. How does that make it better?
Because I didn't have to buy all the shitty shit. Like I literally got the 128 gigs, like 5 games and all that for like $120 on a Facebook Marketplace kind of deal. Although it was Craigslist, but it wasn't Facebook Marketplace.
Sony gave up on the PS Vita because fucking they just couldn't beat Nintendo. Nintendo beat them, whatnot. But also, I think Sony, they just gave up support too quickly.
Let me ask you
they
this.
really
Let
did.
me ask
Like
you
the
this.
Vita was a good system. I'm mad about it because I'm like, okay, this is cool. I can like go things. All of a sudden, so we're pulling support after like 3 years. I'm like, wait, what? What? Yeah, we didn't sell enough apparently.
Wait. Was Nintendo beating Sony? Was Nintendo beating Sony a justified beating though?
Yes,
it was like 10 to 1.
I think Nintendo sold 160 million DS, 3DS and 3DS, etc. versus like Sony's like 40 million. Now,
there was no competition there.
I think companies have yet to learn the old adage, which is you don't challenge Nintendo to a handheld competition here. Motherfuckers been doing everything since the Game Boy back in the day. You really think you're gonna take their market share for the handheld when they've been having a hit after hit after hit, minus the fucking Virtual Boy?
Yeah, no,
we don't talk about that, Hal.
That's realist territory right there. You know, we're not gonna talk about it.
Below me, whore.
that's Doggle's job. That's Doggle's job. Man, okay, it is like 12 o'clock. So,
I was gonna say, with your thick ass glasses, bro, I can see why you play the Virtual Boy over there. Only thing that you could probably without getting a headache, motherfucker.
Ain't no goddamn way.
Wow. Really? You gonna let him say that to you, really? Don't come back for that?
No, don't worry about it. I'll deal with him when he get home. Don't worry.
I'm already home, motherfucker. What you talking about?
I bring your man not coming home tonight, okay?
Riddler, how much do you want to pay me for me to beat him up?
What new game you need right now?
No.
I'll send you a list.
No, I was gonna talk. So, you know, pre-ordering games. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all care? You know, I know that pre-ordering games. You know, people say don't pre-order. People say don't pre-order. You know, how do you feel about that?
I still pre-order. I'll be honest.
I only pre-order games for games that has a physical copy that I know they don't make a lot of. The Atelier games, for instance, like because I know that's not a super popular genre, but the physical copies that they make, they tend to run out in the first couple of months. So that's the only thing I pre-order.
I pre-order a lot of, well, not a lot. I pre-order some games that I feel like have a track record. Like certain companies, like for example, Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. Did I pre-order Baldur's Gate 3? Hell yeah, I did. Did I buy the collector's edition? Yes, I did. Did I get a physical copy? No, because it didn't come with fucking, it didn't come with a physical copy in the collector's edition. It came with a digital code. I mean,
you can get a physical copy on console as you buy it through either through their website, or you can get it on eBay for about $60.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pay extra to get an extra copy of the game, honestly.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
I just gave them $209. I better fuck it. I'm already not going to try to be like, yo, let me spend another $60 on top of that.
For me, I personally do pre-order games. I go by policy. Though, if it's something I like that I'm really excited for, I don't mind fucking pre-ordering. I don't care at that point. Now, if it's something I just don't really mind, or I'm like, I don't want to feel like paying full price, and I just wait till it's on sale. Like Fable, for example, right? I'm getting that day one on PC. Wolverine, I'm getting that day one on PS5, but I haven't pre-ordered that one yet because again, I don't pre-order on console much until it gets to like that point, you know what I'm saying? Until release date, near release, or to secure my copy at that point. But yeah, like I think if you just pre-order games that you enjoy, I think that's pretty okay. I mean, I get it though. Most people, you just say don't support the pre-order bullshit because a lot of companies have been doing that. 3 to 5 day early access bullshit or whatever.
I don't feel like that's a good marketing thing, if I'm being honest.
No, I mean, I think, it's not even about marketing though, really. It's more so about them, like, they're trying to see, like, what they can get away with in a sense where, look, hey, you want to pre-order our game? You get to play it 5 days extra early for an extra $20. It's like, why would you do that? But, some people do that. So, they will cut. And I think that's actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Now that I think about it, I think that's mostly for content creators that don't get free copies. I think that's it. Because those first couple of days are crucial for a content creator because they want to be the first on the market to showcase the video game or whatever. Now that I think about that, yeah, that's just a thought.
Wouldn't surprise me at this point.
No, I wouldn't. Now, speaking of pre-orders, though, what games are you guys looking forward to right now?
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Go around the room with this one, but I'll go. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Hal said too. Like, I feel like a pre-order is fine, especially if it's a company you know. Like me, like I've said this a million times. I skipped the WWE 2K25. I'm probably gonna skip 26. I'm not gonna lie. I'll wait for 27. I will pre-order 27.
Wait. Hold up, brother. You pre-ordered 2K?
Wrestling.
I pre-ordered 24. I pre-ordered 24.
My brother in Christ, you've fallen in my eyes right now. You pre-ordered 2K?
Yeah, because
hold on, which 2K? Wrestling. You pre-ordered wrestling.
Hold on. Hal, I skipped year 21. No, I skipped year 22. I skipped year 23. I pre-ordered 24. I'm skipping 25. I'm skipping this year's, and I'm going to pre-order 27. I feel like my pre-order is justified.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't 24 like the really shitty one with the gambling mechanic, like the super overall casino?
No. That's 25, sir.
Was that 25? I can't remember.
Yeah.
They're all the same game, just being rehashed. Honestly,
to a degree, yes. But I feel like if I skip 2 years, I have the right to pre-order. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I voted with my wallet. You can't say I don't.
Well, but, I'm glad. Really, most of gamers can't do that, but I'm glad.
Here's the thing though. Like if you're like a long time fan, like say Disbearity, he's a long time fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
So if he wanted to pre-order it, I would totally get it. Whether it's good or bad.
I will guzzle that Kingdom Hearts for it, no question to ask.
You know what I mean? Like, I would get that. If you're like a long-time friend of said franchise, I understand you pre-ordering it. If it's bad, it's bad. Oh, well, I pre-ordered it. I knew.
Look, really, I'm going to speak on that real quick, really. Man, I pre-ordered Kingdom Hearts 3. The game was mid as fuck. All right? Niggas in the past month, ever since they announced Kingdom Hearts 4, bro, they've been glazing Kingdom Hearts 3 like it's the best thing since sliced bread, bro. I'm like, there ain't no goddamn way y'all are.
Wait, 4 was finally announced?
Yeah, 4 was announced. Well, 4 was announced through Nintendo, through Nintendo what's Direct or whatnot. Well, it's been announced. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. 4 has been announced. It's just they finally showed off more gameplay. And technically, really, they didn't really show even more gameplay. It was just the same slice of gameplay that we already have been seeing. They just wanted to let us know that they're still working on it, basically. Because people,
so there's no release date.
Not yet. But it's rumored to be next year. But I hope that it is next year before 2028 or whatever. But for PlayStation, because I have my whole Kingdom Hearts collection on PlayStation. I mean, I have it on PC. I have it on PC as well, but like, I play Kingdom Hearts primarily on PlayStation, though.
Wait, how long has that been talked about? That
Kingdom Hearts?
No, the 4.
I think for about the past like 4 years since 2022.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Did you completely miss this one?
That's a long time. Let me put it like this. I'm going to be disappointed if Cyberpunk 2 come out before that game come out.
No, I believe
I'm going to laugh.
I don't even think did they even announce anything for another Cyberpunk?
No, they're working on The Witcher right now. No, they're working on The Witcher 4 right now. Witcher 4, and I think someone else is doing The Witcher 3 remaster or something like that, or DLC or something like that. Dre says in chat, though, to keep up, catch up with chat, he says, Steam and Gabe is pretty much the only thing left standing for consumers. And when he is gone, we're going to get screwed harder.
Damn right. Oh,
and then Mongo's writes, go ahead.
If he believes that Steam is the only one standing for consumers, he's already been screwed. Listen, Steam is no more, and this is a myth that people say, Steam is no more pro-consumer than any other fucking gaming marketplace or anything else that we have. If Steam was sold for the people, right, then they would sell Steam products outside of fucking Steam. Can you go to Walmart or Best Buy and buy a Steam console? No, you cannot. You know why?
No,
because they have
really
it locked to their website where they can charge you $1 billion fucking dollars for it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Right.
I mean,
so
That is a valid point.
So
I'll give
do they have this? Can you go walk into GameStop and get a new Steam Deck? No, you can't, because they have it locked to their one storefront where they can charge maximum price for it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Gabe is no more pro-consumer than anybody else.
Hold on. I will disagree with you on one aspect. If you look at the prices for most things on Steam, you look at the current hardware prices, they are reasonably priced in terms of for their actual, like, what goes into them. And remember, they have to get R&D and all this. And then, yes, they are a company. At the end of the day, they are a company. But I would say out of the evils, they are definitely the lesser of all the evils out of all the gaming companies that are out there.
I mean,
what would you say is the least evil?
I mean, hold on. Not to glaze or anything, I will say that before price hikes, because of AI and shit like that, the Steam Deck was actually reasonably priced. Steam Deck and all that shit was.
Where did the Steam Deck launch at? What's the price for the launch?
If I recall, they had 3 models. They had a couple. Let me think. Hold on. They had
What's
the LED
cheapest model. Hit me with the cheapest model.
The cheapest was $350 with the ECC memory. Let's see, Steam Deck models before.
I think the highest one was $650
before price hike.
I remember though back in the day when they released the Steam Link, and the reason why you never could buy the Steam Link outside of like the storefront was because they weren't planning on making more than they were ordered, because they didn't want to have to store it, they didn't want to make stock, they didn't want to have to put money into
pre-order.
not necessarily.
Oh, hold on. That's me on your time. Hold on, my bad. Hold on, I got you.
They didn't want to have to put money and time and make the Steam Link more expensive by all of the logistics around it. And I'm wondering if that's still the case with the Steam product.
But Spider, to answer your question, the Steam Deck had 3 models, of course, or it had really 3 price ranges: 64 gigabytes LCD for $399. That was with the slowest hard drive space, which was like ECC. You never want to really buy that model, of course. It was shit. They had 256 gig LCD for $529, and then they had this the 512 at $649, and then that one was replaced with the OLED model or whatnot. I think for around the same price or whatnot, about $650, $700 or whatever. And now it came with a terabyte of hard drive space. And of course, now because of global shortages, of course, the OLED is now about $789, with the 1 terabyte model being $949 as currently.
The hard drive and the RAM shortages really did fuck us all.
Yeah. So for PC and handheld, I will say yes, that was reasonably priced because those were entry level. That was an entry level PC. It was it wasn't too bad of a PC, but if you want to say, hey, Billy Bob, do you want to get into PC gaming? Well, go ahead, try out this handheld. It's not too pricey, and then you can get them on the used market for $100 cheaper. But
actually, hold up.
I do want to point out something real quick.
Go ahead. I'm thinking.
Also, just to point out, at the time, you had things think about it this way, 5 years before, or not, what was it, 5 years before? I think with a Vita, when it first came out, the starting price for a Vita was about 500 or so. And then we're talking about later on where inflation's hit up higher, right? So therefore, the dollar's not worth as much. You're having Steam come out. Well, let's say if we ignore the entry level, we say for $529 is not bad for a handheld PC at that time, especially.
Now,
and that's entry to gaming. And you use it forever you want, honestly. It's running freaking its own OS.
Now, what I will give you though, Spider, is that Steam was very anti-consumer many years ago because they had a shit refund policy similar to what Sony had. But then the Australian government went against them and said, you're going to change your refund policy, basically. And they were forced to change, and then they forced themselves to change it globally. And so now you can play it. You can buy a game on Steam, play it for 2 hours, or for 2 hours, or at least up to 2 hours in 2 weeks, something like that. If you don't like it, you can just refund it, get your full price back, call it a day.
Yeah, they easily have the best refund policy in gaming. I don't think anybody will argue with you about that.
But at least from a PC perspective, it's the better storefront versus Epic Games versus Uplay, etc. The better storefront next to Steam is GOG, where you can legitimately on your PC games, you can download them, install them on a disc, boom. At least you can say you own it physically.
I will say, when you mentioned Epic Games that you play, my first thought was, what do you think about that Black Flag thing where people can't even get into their lovely little remaster because Uplay can't handle it because you have to launch the Uplay launcher, and they have microtransactions.
Look, I own every. I don't give a fuck. I own. What's funny is I own almost. I own. I think every Assassin's Creed game, but I have not played every Assassin's Creed at all.
Black Flag is actually a really good one, but the problem is they just decided, hey, you know what? Microtransactions sound great.
But back to the main. But back to the main thing, though. Yes, when Gabe dies. Like I think the rumor has it is that his son is going to take over, and his son is going to run similar to what Gabe is doing currently. That's the rumor, though. But if he dies and his VOD goes public, yes, as PC is fucked at that point. You know, you're not. But at least PC though, it's an open ecosystem. So Steam starts to become shitty.
You know that Steam is a company and not a monarchy, right? He can't name his successor.
Actually, yes, Irene. It's a private company. He can name his successor.
I was making a joke.
Oh, that joke was
Hey, yo, Sean, you want to hear something crazy? What would you do if I told you there's a Mecha Chameleon freaking knockoff already launching tomorrow?
Of course.
What the fuck? Of course.
Wait,
called
what?
Scribble Hunt. It's launching on Steam tomorrow.
That game was definitely made by AI.
Bro, it's made by a studio that the only game they have is this game, apparently.
Like I said, that game was definitely made by AI. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It shows made by AI, bro.
Bro, look at their menu. It's the exact same. Look at the menu on the second screenshot.
That shit is Chinese and AI. That's crazy as hell.
Not Chinese and AI. That's crazy.
Bro. Look at that menu's the exact. It's like a copy paste menu. Motherfucker just.
Hal, buy it for us for research. No, Hal. As a buyer of video games, Hal, you have to buy it. You're not gonna play it in a week anyways. So at least you can test it out for.
Watch the. No, I'm only curious about how much they're gonna launch it for, because in order to oh yeah, we're not a knockoff, you'd have to launch it for less, so that way you actually get people to buy it rather than people just buying the original.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But one last thing though, if Sony does this whole PS6 shit, what's the point of a console now? It's just why don't you just create a PC? Build a PC at that point.
I think the point, at least for me, right, because I have a PC, I have a good enough PC to run anything that I want to be able to run. But to me, gaming is about the games at the end of the day. Why am I gonna invest in a PC to fucking play banana? That doesn't intrigue me. So if people are looking at the games lineup and they say, okay, I really like Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3 coming, okay, well, I might have to get that. Hey, I like X-Men. X-Men is coming, I'm gonna have to grab X-Men. Venom coming, I'm gonna have to grab that. The new Ratchet and Clank is coming. God of War Egypt is coming. A new for Horizon for people who like that is coming. Gran Turismo 8. So at the end of the day, people will always be enticed by the games because the games is what's most important.
Yeah, true.
And that's just what it is at the end of the day. So I think as long as they continue to provide the games, and listen, they haven't all been hits. PlayStation has released some bullshit, right? They're not free criticism. They released some bullshit this generation, but they had a lot of good games this generation.
Tiger.
Oh, that.
Wait, what'd you say?
That's
Life
swap.
of Tiger, I think it was.
Yeah, that's swap. That was on the PlayStation Store. They gotta get that. Yeah, that's swap under control. That's shovelware before they become, you know what I'm saying?
Nintendo was the same way. Nintendo was the same way as shovelware. They were very much the same way.
Sorry, Life of Black Tiger, my apologies.
Yeah. You know, it's funny though, Steam's the same way too, but Steam is they're the damn you do, damn you don't moment, dude. It's like they tried to get rid of the slot. Nicholas was like, "Why you gave me our game, bro? What's going on?" Yeah, this seems okay, motherfuckers. There, have the shit, and then then people were complaining about that, seeing more slop, and then go ahead.
I'm gonna say this: Steam. The one thing they really have going for them is they have a really good I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, babe, and you can correct me, like the algorithm that decides on what shows on your store page, because I hardly see any of the AI slop stuff unless it's a top seller.
Yeah.
I see things that are related to games that I play and buy, which is a much more curated thing versus just looking at a list of everything that's releasing and seeing like 999 AI slop things and then like, 2 good games.
Steam has a lot of data on you, though, babe. Like, they know exactly what you like.
Oh yeah, Hal, you groomed. They groomed the fuck out of you, Hal. They know. They
use that word everywhere. What the hell, Sean?
That's how it's true.
No,
Though.
I think in this instance, groom is the right word.
They groomed the fuck out of you, brother. They just say, yeah,
Sean,
we know exactly what this
probably
is.
groomed They probably groomed you as well. Hold on.
I think John doesn't buy.
Actually-
John doesn't buy games anymore. He has his a credit card attached directly to his library. As soon as a game launches, he owns it.
Look, Hal, I know how I admit, Hal, I was groomed because I own practically every fucking strategy game on the market for the most part. Every fucking RTS or turn-based. But now though, I can't buy games though right now anymore on Steam with my debit card.
All right,
Steam,
wait.
my bank considers Steam as a gambling site now.
Can I make a joke at your expense, Sean?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it because like how the people were saying you just broke?
I guess so, man. I guess so. Shit, might as well.
I can't use my card no more, guys. I'm broke.
No. If it says declined, it's because you have no money.
No,
Irene,
that's all I'm thinking. And I called them yesterday morning, and I was like, "Yo, I'm trying to buy a game on Steam, I think, because the Steam sale's going on and shit. Why can I not buy this game?" I called him. He's like, "Oh, well, we classify Steam now as a gambling website now, so it'll sometimes go through, but it won't go through because I guess people who use my bank, they've been money laundering on Steam because you can money launder or whatever."
Wait. Who's your bank? I gotta ask you this point.
It's a credit union. It's called United Heritage Credit Union.
You want to know a way to get around that, Sean?
What?
Because I had to do this account. You get PayPal, you connect your card to PayPal, and you use PayPal to pay for it. Because even though PayPal is pulling it, just pulls as paying PayPal, and then PayPal is paying Steam, and that's how I had to get around it for one of my old banks.
Yeah, the other way I got around it is I pulled out some good old credit card, and then I put money on my credit card that I was going to spend on it. So
I had a similar problem, but like with my corner store, because they were selling like lottery tickets, so I couldn't buy like a soda there because they're like, yeah, no. Some cards doesn't work because they think we're a gambling place.
No, I'll tell you, I feel like people they literally either money laundering or they're losing money on the Steam market, and then they're saying, hey, they're calling their banks to get their money back or some shit, and that's why the banks classify as.
Do you know what it is? It's actually the big like payment companies like Visa and MasterCard. They have like in their terms of service, there's certain things that you can't they won't service you if you sell porn or if you do gambling or if you do like something that's like has drugs or shit on it. So if you've been labeling one of those categories, you get kicked off the Visa network.
Wait. Then how does OnlyFans still take Visa and MasterCard then? Wait a minute.
Oh, do you miss the whole like the whole
No, I remember when it happened when they were trying to stop. Yeah, I remember when they were trying to stop, and I remember when they tried to do it on Steam too, because the adult games. They're like, oh no, I'm like, you prudish little pricks over there. It's like you can't control what we buy.
I think in this instance, it's money talks. They paid to stay on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
money talks and bullshit.
OnlyFans says we have titty money. Do you want titty money? Yes or no? How much? $1 billion?
Take it. Foot money? I got you. Foot money. There we go.
CEO, how much blood money do you need, CEO? I'll give it directly to you, MasterCard, Visa. Oh, okay. Bet. All right, court. All right, guys. Forget everything. We're good to go. That's the board meeting. Board meeting over. It's over.
Visa takes a percentage of those feet pick money. That's what them.
Oh man. Well, like I said, it's like 12:25. We've been here for a minute. Good conversation today, honestly. Before we wrap it up here, what are y'all looking to buy or pre-order right now? Like, what's the game that you are most wanting to play at the moment? Like, get into.
Thing.
I mean, especially now since the Steam sale just happened, and are y'all looking forward to Wolverine? You look forward to Laufey? Or you
I'm
looking
gonna
forward
say Control Resonant and E-Day.
I still need to play that first one, dude. I heard that shit's great.
It is good. It is good so far from what I played. Yeah.
Honestly,
all right.
I'm excited for Dino Blade coming out in a few days or a few weeks.
Oh, dinosaur game with the Dark Souls dinosaur game.
Yeah, brother.
All right, I feel that. Spider, I know you pre-ordered like 50,000 games. What pre-order?
You want the list, or you just want what I'm most excited for?
No, if you give us what you're most excited for, you can just give us the list. I already know you ready.
So I'm right now. I'm most excited for probably my Flex Strike Fight Stick and Marvel Tokon on August 4th. So I'm super excited for that. I'm a big fight
I'm
game
gonna whoop that ass. By the way, I'm coming for you.
Stop it.
I'm coming for you.
You won't get a round.
Okay.
But yeah,
I got you. I got you. Okay.
Tokon, Trails in the Sky, second chapter. I'm super excited for. Star Wars Zero Company, and of course Wolverine. We already know Wolverine.
Wait, so sort of Spider. Which Star Wars is that? The one that you just named?
Star Wars Zero Company is the one that is like XCOM.
Yeah, it's made by previous XCOM developers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
looks great.
That actually sounds interesting.
I pre-ordered. Look, I pre-ordered that shit day one. So I was ready for it.
Yeah, I got that pre-order. That game look crazy.
That money's gone, huh?
Yeah. For me, what I'm looking forward to, I got Omniscient Way of the Sword. Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The most I'm really looking forward to is Dawn of War 4. If you like Warhammer, that's my kind of game. I love it. It's a strategy game. But I got Omniscient Way of the Sword. That's that was day one pre-order. I pre-ordered that for $65. Star Wars Zero Company. I paid the $60 version for that. That's the complete version. It was like $6, $60. Not paying $70. So I pre-ordered Fable way ahead of time. And then I'm pre-ordering what do we call it? Wolverine and Laufey in the future. So that's what I'm looking forward to for sure. Oh, and Tokon for sure. I haven't decided though if I want to get Tokon on PS5 or on PC. I haven't decided yet though. That's like, I'm like, look, if I get on PS5, I can dog my nephews on it. But then I gotta be like, yeah, I gotta buy PSN. Now I feel like buying PSN.
That's the only person gonna dog on that fucking game.
Niggas just want the mini trash.
Oh, and also Rick says he both coming for us, by the way. He said we both done, bro.
You know what you should do, guys. When it comes out, we all just share one copy, like just share an account going around. We all just dog on Sean.
Oh my god,
that's crazy as hell.
we just all just like beat his ass. They just be like, yeah.
That's crazy as hell. But though, I'll be ready for it. I might get on PC. I think they're gonna have crossplay day one anyway, so I think it's okay. So I'll get it on PC at that point. But like, no. Ryan, what about you? You looking getting games or anything in the future? Banta?
Not really.
Non-gamer looking ass.
Destiny 2's got him hooked.
Let me see. It's not really much I really want to play. Like most of the stuff I'm looking for is like in the deep future, like what was it? Whatever the Divinity thing's gonna be.
Oh, the Larian's new Divinity game. That one looks pretty good. Yeah, I understand.
Warhammer Dawn of War 4, Onimusha, Orbital. Orbital's already come out? No, it's not. Yeah, it's stuff like that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that's good. Glad to hear that. Irene, what about you?
I don't think I have anything I like looking for. Well, I haven't been looking because, as I said, I got Bravely Default. Pal World 1.0 came out yesterday, and I'm on the MMO binge. These assholes got me playing Final Fantasy again, and then they all dropped out. So now I'm playing alone.
I just haven't played for one day.
Yeah, I believe it.
Tell this nigga to come back to where wheels meet.
Well, Irene, how it works, baby girl. How it works, baby girl, is this though. You got to get Hal's other boyfriend back into Final Fantasy, then Hal will not drop out.
Yeah, I know. It's all to quit something. Hal quits it. It's just like it's the same thing with Ark. It's just. Like he's
You
the
know.
second wife at this point.
You know, so that's what you got to do. You got to get Bongos back into that. You know.
Yeah.
No, man,
yeah.
make him sleep on the couch a few days. He'll learn his lesson real quick.
I'm sleeping in a couch nowadays because this is where we have the AC. So.
Oh,
Oh shit.
so I'm sorry that you sleeping alone. You wouldn't have to, you know, if you just not gonna you.
I would make do. I would push through the heat if you actually played Final Fantasy with me. But
Yeah.
No.
So Bongo sounds like a broke nigga right now. He's saying Final Fantasy 14 is like $50 plus tax over time. Shit's not worth it. Trash.
no, do you know why it's not worth it? Because he skips every fucking cutscene. Why play a game when he doesn't give a shit about the story?
Ooh, Bongos. You got a rebuttal for that,
Yeah.
Bongos?
Ooh,
Just tell him to Klarna it.
He said
But
I
yeah,
played it
no.
for. He said he played it for the gameplay. He said fuck them Asian cutscenes.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then Rick says Final
I
Fantasy
think-
14 is one of the worst things that happened to the MMO genre. Oh my gosh, we got the Final Fantasy 14 hate train here.
Nah. You're all idiots.
But Rick, you wanna come on-
Next podcast, I'm not gonna talk about any games because I've been playing Final Fantasy.
Rick,
24/7.
hold on, Riggs. You want to come on here? You want to debate Irene real quick about your gripes with Final Fantasy 14? That'll be an interesting conversation. Oh man. All right, Aiden, what about you, dude? What games you look forward to?
Oh, I already said them.
Oh, you
you
did?
already said them, dude.
Oh shit, where was I?
Well, I'll throw you one more.
Go ahead.
I'm ready for Ill to
Go
come
that.
out.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, that game. Yeah.
Blood of Dawnwalker 2 for me. Blood of Dawnwalker.
I hope Blood of Dawnwalker is successful because it's supposed to be a trilogy. So
I
I hope it's
did hear
successful.
that. That actually does sound cool, though, if it is for real.
Okay, so Rick says this for anybody who plays MMOs. I'm not an MMO person, so this is for y'all. What is your prior MMO before Final Fantasy 14? Outside of WoW.
Age of Wushu, Terra,
Evil
Terror was
Line.
that shit. Oh,
Terror.
Terror.
Eve Online,
Joey,
What was that? EverQuest?
Yeah,
What's it
Evil
called?
Line.
The one with all the instances? No, that's not EverQuest.
Ultima
Irene,
Online.
I got a question for you, Irene.
Vindictive.
Ragnarok.
Have you played an MMO called The Legend of Ares? Really old MMO. It's
No,
on,
it
it's
doesn't sound
actually
familiar.
it's actually on Steam. So they brought it so it went down and then they brought it back on Steam. It's really old. It's like a 05, 06 kind of MMO. Now my friend got me into that. It's called Legend of Ares. Ares, ARES, and it's free to play.
I've never heard of this.
Did another game that I played back in the day. It was called Conquer Online.
Looks
I
like
said
remember that?
Ultima.
No, for me, really, it's called Conquer Online though. It was like a 2D,
No, I was
3D
answering
MMO.
Oh, I remember that.
Like,
Conquer
Because
Online.
I used to play that on the good old AOL back in the day.
I used to play
Did-
Repelled, if anyone remembers that.
Wait,
Did
hold on,
any one
stop.
of you play Age of Conan?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
That was a long time
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
So Rick says here, let's see here. Wait, hold on. Manga says next question. No, wow. Then he says next question. Then Rick says, who said Ultima?
I said
then-
Ultima.
Okay,
I
Rick
said
says Ultima. Okay.
Ultimate Online and,
And then-
and Ragnarok.
And then Ultra Nordic says Age of Wushu, 9 Dragons. Oh, I did play the fuck out of DC Universe though. I did play that one. That one was great.
DC Universe. Oh, I
I
forgot
still
about
play
that.
DC Universe. I still play that.
Yeah, that show's
Do
hype.
you really?
That show's good, but like I never got into the DLC because back when I played it, I had a PS3 and my PS3 kept yellow light and death back in the day, so I just
Am
gave
I the
up.
only person that played Onigiri? That's like my favorite MMO. of
So
all time.
Aeon, let's see, Ultra Nordic says Aeon, Soul, Ultimate Nation, and J Dynasty.
Wait, let's see. Does anyone remember Dark Eden?
So Ronan, not
I
Ronan,
remember
Riddler,
that
you're
game.
goated by the way. Now Dre says Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, who the fuck?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was.
Hey,
Was
I'm
it?
not-
We all know the
Heroes,
Ultimate
so they shut it
MMO.
down.
Obviously, Club Penguin
Club
Online,
Penguin.
obviously.
Yeah,
And then,
Marvel Heroes,
Pirates
they
of the
shut it down.
Caribbean Online. I did not know that was a thing. Wow.
Did any one of you ever play Muds?
Never
That sounds
heard
like
of it.
that sounds like a racist thing. I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
It's multi-user dungeons. It was like MMOs but text-based. Or am I too old?
Probably. I mean, that sounds like something that's like. No. That sounds like something that's very like.
Now, Rick says, no one played Final Fantasy 11? Tisk tisk. You losers.
I mean, so I tried Final Fantasy 11. The problem was I didn't have a group at the time, and back when it was on release time, that shit you could not solo certain classes because the fucking field mobs would just whoop your ass. I was trying to play a fucking like a heal. Nah, man, I got my ass whooped. You had to basically party up to beat like just field mob.
You know, I will admit, I will play MMO if I have a group of friends that play MMO. But if my group of friends quit, I quit. That's usually how it is.
That's fact.
That's usually how it is. And that's like with any game, like similar to like Borderlands, right? I can play Borderlands with friends, but like once y'all quit playing Borderlands, I can't play Borderlands. Like it's just boring to me. But with friends,
I was in Tower Fantasy. I soloed that whole game. I ain't gonna lie, I love Tower Fantasy. That's my shit.
Yeah,
Tower Fantasy wasn't bad. Yeah, and I remember that.
So how Riggs agrees with. He says, "Yeah, you needed a group after level 12, basically." And then Ada says Neverwinter. I never played. I seen a home. I like Neverwinter.
Neverwinter, and what was the other one? What was the other one you said, Rhythm?
Dang, you said
Ultima. I said a few of them.
No. It was another one. It was Neverwinter, and it was another one I played that was on console too. It was so good.
What? Lord of the Rings Online? Terra was great. Terra was
Terra was awesome, bro.
You know which one I feel bad about dying? Fucking WildStar. I don't know if anyone remember playing WildStar.
Yeah.
I heard of it.
It was a sci-fi sort of like weird like. Imagine Jackson Daxter kind of graphics, but like sci-fi like MMO version. And shit was fun.
Yeah, next time we do a podcast, we can talk about the death of certain video games, man. Just the death of them. You know, like what happened? What made these games die? That's what needs to be the next topic right there. So there's a lot of games that just like wow.
Companies, shit. Most of them, honestly, once you really think about it, especially when you want to go into like the pay-to-win MMO ones. Most of the time they shut down because of the company.
Wasn't there one that was really popular? I used to see Cold Carnage play it all the time. Let me see. I don't remember the fuck, dude. It was one he used to play all the time. Give me a sec. Y'all keep going. I gotta look this up.
Warframe?
No, it wasn't Warframe. It was the one where it's like you had a ship and goddamn, what was it called? Fuck, dude. Hold on. Let me look up my list because they came up with a second game too. Not Ark though.
One of these days, we're gonna successfully end the podcast without going into yet another discussion.
What I love is Sean, you said, it was one of these things where we had a ship. No further thing on this. Like,
that is because we're having the greatest good conversation.
You go to sleep, man.
Hey, let me say something. Hey, Riggs, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've said this a million times, and a dude said it on YouTube. And Nintendo want to make a quick.
That's it, Riggs. Arcade. There you go. Thank you.
I played Arcade. Yeah, Arcade is actually one of my favorite ones.
I heard that
Arcade I am pissed off about because I bought the Ultimate Founder Edition when it first came out. Yes, I was one of those people. I was told that I was allowed to get my fucking plot of land to build a house, and these motherfuckers then said, "Oh shit, we have too many people that bought the collector's edition, so we're gonna run a fucking lottery basically and see if you get to get your plot of land that you originally paid for that we said we were gonna give you." And guess who didn't get their motherfucking plot of land to build their goddamn house on because they didn't win the fucking stupid lottery thing because this stupid company and then could not get a refund for it either, even though we tried to like say that false terms. They're like, well, subject to change, blah blah. I put in I think $250 for that fucking shit.
My boy Hal still heard about that. You can hear in his voice.
Riggs is right though. Like Arcade, dude, you could get a car, you could get a ship, you can get your own house, you could garden. You could literally, like, dude, I'm telling you, when I say you could actually mix skill trees,
yes,
they had about 100 and some different fucking skill trees that you could get. You can mix 2 or 3, and they still would give a name for that skill set that you just put together, dude.
Not only that, I'm gonna give the best PvP.
I'm gonna give it a buck, y'all. Y'all all tourists and LARPers because y'all didn't name the best MMO, Second Life. There you go.
Below
Fuck
me.
yeah! Did you? So actually, the university I went to, it owned property in Second Life.
That's interesting.
Nah, hold on. You didn't name the greatest MMO to ever exist.
Which one?
PlayStation Home.
No, I was gonna say that, my nigga. I was gonna say that or Second Life, bro. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that right now. I was literally gonna say that shit.
When we're talking about shit like that, I played a lot of The Sims Online back in the days when that was still around. I had hella money in that game.
Wait, The Sims Online was a thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane. You made money by making pizza. That's all I remember of it. And I had a lot of money.
Dumb question. Wait, yo, guys, come on. We all forgot a great fucking MMO. Well, pseudo. Neopets. Come on now, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my
You said
fucking
Neopets?
Neopets. My brother in Christ. Did you never play Neopets? Bro.
I wish I could find the login to my old account because I had so much red shit on it.
Oh, babe, they wiped everything. I know this because I logged in and I got in. They're like, yeah, so welcome to new Neopets. As you notice, you have nothing, but we gave you some gold to make up for it. Have fun.
But my rare ass omelets.
Yep, goodbye, all of it.
Damn, I'm loving
You, you know what, Riggs? They how actually you can actually it's a offsite though. You can still actually find a server for arcades too.
Oh, I know they have some private servers, but I'm just too mad about it to ever go
Dead
back.
ass though. Why does every other
in
MMO?
your case, I don't blame you.
Last question for you. Why does every other MMO have like a classic though? What is the issue with that? So
Because people
it's
like
so
the old way
interesting.
originally played, and then they update to a new way that helps with the new players, and people are like, I don't like this new way. It's like, old people yelling at clouds. Back in my
Back
day,
in
we
our
had
days,
a
we
best way.
struggled.
I know why he asked that. I
Babe,
know
we
why
need
he asked
to
that.
stop sharing a brain cell. We
Yeah,
can't say the
exactly.
same shit at the same time.
But yeah, no, it's basically the whole like, oh well, this played better back then, and then they realized, wait, we can make money on both sides of things by
They
making an old server and a new server, and now everyone's happy. Perfect.
Do you think there's ever going to be a WoW Classic where they restart again?
Honestly, like, can you imagine, like, you know how Diablo 4 does seasons now and all this? Can you imagine WoW, they just did seasons? So, like, instead of seasons,
Dude,
like,
Star
a
Wars
year
did- now
long,
that-
they
you know what?
the servers, you're
That's
back
the
to
one
level one, and
That's the one I played with Star Wars Galaxy. That one was actually go
Star Wars
to
Galaxy
two.
was amazing
That
until they
was
turned
great.
to shit with the Jedi patch. Fuck
That was-
them for
yeah.
having to try to follow the trends.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I hear from like a lot of people when they say like a lot of MMO developers, they always try to chase the WoW trend, but they can never defeat WoW. At the end of the day, they always try to become WoW, but they can never, replicate the WoW success. Basically,
I mean, I'm trying to think, has there ever really been in the gaming sense like something killer or a something dethroner that's actually succeeded? Like Halo killers. Name one of those fucking games that actually like was better than Halo.
fucking brute. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm about to bring it up right now. Brute force.
Brute Force is not better than Halo. You want to play split screen vertical multiplayer?
Sorry,
What kind
Brute
of
Force.
fucking savage are you?
Brute
Like
force.
fucking
My
20
nigga. How Brute force was that was my game, bro. I
Bro,
played that
I'm not
religiously.
saying it was a
that
bad
was a
game.
good
What I'm
game.
saying is you had worse graphics, worse gunplay, worse guns,
I don't
and
give a
when you
fuck.
started to play split screen, instead of having a good old classic split in the horizontal, they did vertical split. You try to play 4 players, you better have a goddamn like curved monitor because that shit you get like a quarter of the screen vertically, and you don't
Ain't
even
no
have to aim
damn
up for
way.
half of it.
Yeah. Nah, that shit's goated, bro. Calm down. You're trolling now.
He said,
I have that game right now. I literally have it for the original Xbox sitting in my fucking drawer right now and still works.
Hey, calm down. Okay. Brute force was it. That was the game. Enough said.
No, Sean. You know you sound like right now, Sean. You sound like you the kid who asked for Halo at Christmas, and Grandma went to the store, grabbed something that said Brute Force, got it for you, and that was your Halo. That's how you like. I love
right.
this game.
We in the podcast. No, but dead ass though, y'all. I appreciate you guys for coming on through. Yes, we have a podcast at least once a month. Anybody that's in chat that wants to become part of this podcast, as a guest or whatnot, or maybe a permanent member, come on through, hang out, talk, let's have a conversation, because that's all we do here. We just talk about video games, that's what most people should be doing, but a lot of people, they don't do that.
And the wild part is I actually like Medal of Honor.
That was a good game series too.
Metal Armor was
But,
also a
um,
good game series.
But y'all, like I said though, thank you. Appreciate you guys for coming on through. Thank you guys for hanging out. If y'all enjoyed this podcast, like the podcast, share it out to your friends. Y'all saw these funny clips, give it to us. We'll pop it online, some shit. But ultimately, though, thank you guys for coming on through. You guys have a good night. Appreciate it. We'll talk to y'all next time. All right. Deuces.
Hey, Joe.
Later.
Later.